Guys, I just walked up on this pod of fish over here rising. They're on a small little midge fly. There we go. We got the good one too. Oh, he's all over and I can feel him knocking logs down there. Man, he's hot. He is hot. Oh, come on. There we go. That's a nice fish, man, to get on a small little midge. You can see that midge right in the corner of his mouth right there. All right. Whew. Beautiful midge fish. See, buddy. Man, guys, can't believe this. We just got to the spot here and we just walked up, and man, there are trout rising everywhere. They're just coming up on these tiny little betas. I think either betas or midges. And we're gonna go over there and see if we can't just pick them apart. We're gonna start with the fish closest to us and work all the way to the back pair. That way we're not casting over all the fish. Even if they're small, we're not casting over everything and putting everything down in the hole. So let's see if we can't go get them. All right, guys, just got a tiny little betas there. I'm starting to notice a lot of these flies flying around. If you look on the water and examine what's below you, you can see we have just some small flies floating down, about the size 18 to 20. They got a blue wing, so I'm going with a blue wing olive, and we're gonna start with a weight, and we're gonna watch to see if we can see a nice fish. They're moving a lot. You can see it's crystal clear water, and they're going far out of their way to chase these flies. Pick off these front fish here. Well, that's a nice fish on that far side. I like that fish. Whenever I'm fishing to dry, I'm not just ripping it out. I'm letting it float the whole way down. I'm not casting it, and even if I don't love the cast, just like that, oh, just missed him. Even if I don't love the cast, I'm not just ripping it out and recasting. Get that? Oh, wow. That was a nice fish. Just missed it. There we go. That's a trout. Oh, man. That sucks. Dug me right under a jam over here. And you really don't want to walk by all these fish and spook them either. I can see him. He's still on. Oh, there we go. That's okay. Broke him off for the sake of not putting every fish down in the hole. Didn't even break him off, just tugged it off with some grass. That one fish alone, just running downstream like that, put so many of these fish down. So, we're gonna rest them here for a minute. One thing I like is, rather than just jumping right in and blind casting, just rest these fish for a little bit. As you can see, we already had one rise right there. Rest them for a little bit. Wait for them to get comfortable. Once they get comfortable, get back out there. And I think our fly's still pretty good. Ooh, he didn't like that net. Man, guys, so cool to see fish like that. You know, basically how I approach this stream on a polarizing fish is I start from the very bottom of the pool back here, and I'm casting on either the biggest fish. So whether I'm looking at a fish and I'm like, oh, that's clearly the biggest fish in the pod, and I'm gonna go for him. Or, you know, if you're working a pod of average small fish, I'm gonna work the fish closest to me. That way, if I get a good hook in him, I can get him right out of that pod quick, pull him my way, net him, and then start working those other fish. Rather than if I'm gonna hook, you know, the fish across the river. Yeah, if you're on the back of the pool, it's obviously the biggest fish. I would go for that fish all day. But you can work a lot of these smaller fish in the front without disturbing those back fish. As you saw, you know, I did hook a pretty nice one in the top of this pool. And it was definitely the biggest fish. Decided to throw for him. Biggest fish meaning probably like a 13, 14-inch trout. Still a good fish. And he ended up running down into the pool, wrapping me up, and put those fish down for a while. But I mean, they're already back at it. So, you know, I can go up here and cast again. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fish this for a little bit longer, but I'm gonna try to go after some bigger fish. Not a lot of these big fish are coming up in these betas right now. I've seen about 1 or 2 really nice fish. But they're very inconsistent. They're coming up very so often, not as much as some of these smaller fish just gorging themselves. So we might put on like a bigger dry fly to maybe get a blow up, because it can absolutely happen. And as well, dropping a nymph below that and see if we can't get a bigger one to come roll on a nymph and hook into a nice fish. Let's see if we can do that. Man, this trout's a lot bigger than I thought, dude. Hot fish. Well, that'll happen. That's exactly what I'm saying right there, man. You never know if they just want to come out and eat that chubby. Although, I got him on the nymph. I wonder if he either ate both, or I missed him on the chubby, and I hooked him on the nymph. Big fish, though. Weak jump. Fish might get me off here. Playing very smart. Oh yeah. Whew. Fight like crazy in here. Oh, there we go. Whew. That became a mess. Oh, it's a nice trout. Man, that fish ate both chubby and nymph. Ate the nymph, came up, ate the chubby. And it's a nice trout too. Thanks, buddy. Oh. Cool. That's the fun part, man. You just never know. All right, guys, I just spotted a trout that I really like. He's tucked on the opposite side of the current over here. And he just ate so slow. His nose came up and just went straight down with it. Huge trout. Probably 20-inch class for sure. I can tell this fish is gonna be pretty tricky here. I'm gonna go ahead and slap some more of this stuff on my bug here. I use the powder when fishing small dries. Keeps them afloat, in my opinion, for a good amount of time. That gink stuff is really good for big fluffy flies, but something like this I just like to brush on, be rough on it. Just your powder dry. Just keep applying it as you need, but I think I have a good idea on how we're gonna get on this fish. It's gonna be tough, but he's not coming up all that much. Oh, that was good. He's deeper in there. Pulled it away from the small fish. Definitely not him, but gets him out of our way. There he is. Oh, nice. Can't get him over here. Oh, man. Man, there he was, guys. Was able to get him to come up and eat, but unfortunately, log jam galore. He was able to get out. That's all right. There's a lot more fish. Well, there he goes. Oh, man, guys, these are these places you wish were closer to home. I mean, weekend trip up here, have to bomb way back home. And man, nothing like a little bit of fall dry fly fishing. Just incredible, dude. Just so cool seeing some large trout come up, eat dry flies. Whether that was, you know, little small betas all the way up to, I mean, you guys saw it, chubby Chernobyl. So anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys want to see a video like this one, make sure to click on this video right here. Catch a huge rainbow trout. Guys, really appreciate your view. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.